Hey friends, welcome back. This is unlike my usual content lately, but I did want to go through and show you all how to customize your lace. I personally think I do a really good job. I mean, look how good this looks. I'll get into more detail about the lace and the hair later, but we're going to start off with the bleach. I'll link everything below and list everything below, but this is the bleach that I use. Sometimes I alternate, but we're going to go with this bleach because this is what I'm using in the video. I'm going to mix that with 30 volume developer. I don't do any measurements or anything. I kind of eyeball it. I know what texture I need it to be, and it's sort of like a toothpaste like texture. And by the way, I got this mixing bowl and little brush from the beauty supply store. Of course, you don't need that, go with what you have, but this is just the easiest thing to use for me. I've definitely improvised in the past. Alright, this is a perfect consistency. Nice and thick, but not too thick. Now let's get into this hair, this wig, this lace, because that absolutely matters. This wig is from the Kamara collection. The knots are so tiny, guys, like literally so tiny, and it's HD lace, which will make this process a lot easier. Some people like to complete this step on a mannequin head, but I just put it down and I start applying my paste mixture directly onto the lace. You also want to add a little bit of pressure, not too much while applying the bleach, because you don't want the bleach to go past the knots. You just want to bleach the knots and not the hair. The bleach kind of grows too, like as it's sitting on the hair, so I like to kind of just go in with some Got2b to kind of avoid the bleach from reaching anything but our knots. That was fast, right? All you need is about 30 minutes. And you can go ahead and wash off that bleach. I know I went kind of fast, but you really want to take your time when you're applying the bleach to your lace and your knots, just because it's extremely messy and you don't want to bleach other parts of your hair besides those knots. You don't want to over bleach your knots as well. It's going to look crazy, so really take your time. And also, don't be like me, wear gloves. After rinsing the bleach off, your knots are going to look brassy. We're going to have to get rid of that brassiness by going in with our blue shampoo. People typically use purple shampoo, and I too have used purple shampoo in the past. Purple shampoo is more for those yellow tones, and blue shampoo works better with orange and brassier tones, so I just prefer to use the blue shampoo. It looks a lot more neutralized once I'm done, adding it and washing it out. If you have a bowl to add the purple shampoo and dip your knots in the bowl with the mixed shampoo, I think that's better than the way that I'm doing it, just because I don't know, I'm kind of scared when I use it because it does kind of stain and I don't like that. So if you have a bowl and you could dip your hair in the water versus adding it the way I did, I think that is the better way to do it. And y'all, the thing I hate next to curling my hair has to be washing a wig. I don't know what it is, but like I can wash my natural hair, but washing wigs, it's just like I feel like the shampoo never fully is washed out, or the conditioner is never fully washed out, and that makes me so mad. This step here is just not as important. We're just washing and conditioning your wig, and we don't waste money around here. I'm adding some extra water to the bottle to make sure I get every single drop. And like I said, you can just wash it as thoroughly as you need to. We're not gonna get the hair wet anymore at this point. We are done with the bleaching process. We are going to move on to the plucking process after this. And I'm not sure if I said this part already, but you definitely want to do the bleaching step before you pluck your hair. Bleaching definitely weakens the hair, if not damages overall, so you don't want to pluck your hair and then go in and do this step and you lose hairs as well. You're going to have patchiness and balding, and that's not cute. This step is also pretty optional. I hate these combs. I absolutely hate combs in my head, so I'm going through and removing all of the combs on the wig. I'm using a mannequin head. I know she looks crazy. She's been through a lot. We're gonna add a white towel on top so we can clearly see how our strands of hair looks. With your hot comb and some heat protectant, you wanna start combing that hair back. I have a really good starting point. It doesn't look that bad, right? But when you put it on your head, it will look a lot fuller and it will need to be plucked a little bit more, at least for my liking. But where are those knots though? Absolutely nowhere to be found. Now for this step, this is a pro tip, but you need some really good tweezers, not the cheap ones. You need some pretty decent tweezers because it's gonna make your life so much easier when you're plucking the wig. I couldn't find my really good ones, but I had to work with what I had. You don't too much have to pluck the front. Well, for this particular wig, I kind of split off where I saw a separation in the hair, and then I started plucking the hair. And I wish I had some better clips, but you want to keep plucking further back until you have your desired look. And make sure you comb it through because you really do not want to over pluck it. But this white towel really kind of helps you get a sense of how it'll look like on your head. And to be fully transparent, this was good enough for me. If there's a wig that I plan on keeping for a while, I do like to keep it slightly fuller because lace fronts, they just naturally tend to bald over time. So I kind of wanted to be as full as possible, as long as possible, but still look very natural. I've made the mistake in the past of over plucking, and it's just better to start off on the fuller side and go back in if you need to. At this point, I am satisfied. It looks so good, and it's gonna look even better once I lay it down, melt it down, all the things. Because this video was primarily about the knots and not necessarily laying down the wig, I'm kind of gonna breeze through the rest of these steps. The Erica J Hold Me Down Sport Adhesive is my favorite. I already did like the wig cap and all of that, and I'm gonna apply a few layers of the glue. Nothing beats the feeling of that very first install. So I'm just laying it down on the glue once it dries clear, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and let it melt for 20 to 30 minutes. If that. And some people say an hour, but my head literally feels like it's about to explode after 10 minutes, so we're not doing that. But just look at the finished product. Like, I have my critiques, but it's close to perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue and melting spray where it's needed. And I like to add the leftover makeup that's on my makeup brush to the lace as well, so it doesn't look like ashy and dry. But I'm all done. I think it looks great. This was really fun and not like my usual content, even though I started off on YouTube doing hair content. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Bye.